The year is 2161, over 80 years after the bombs fell. Your ancestors survived the war by seeking refuge in Vault 13, a large underground shelter designed to survive the war. But everything in the vault isn't sunshine and roses anymore. You are quickly running out of water due to a faulty chip in the vault's water purification system, and it is up to you to travel out into the wasteland, completely alone, to try to find a replacement chip and save your home from certain doom. Welcome to Fallout. Today, the Fallout franchise is an absolute juggernaut. Its games are hugely popular, selling millions upon millions of copies, and there is even a TV show in production. Compared to this, the series has fairly humble origins. The first two games both sold hundreds of thousands of copies, and while this was considered successful for its time, it pales in comparison to the current day titles. So say you want to play this game today, over 25 years after the release. Is it actually a worthwhile thing to do? Has the game aged well? Is it fun? Would the world have been a better place if the master had won? These questions and many more will be answered today. So let us start with what's good. The atmosphere of this game is absolutely amazing. The world is extremely bleak and desolate. It's only been 84 years since the war, and this really shows. There is no central authority, and any settlements are small and disorganized. The world outside these settlements is barren and filled with raiders, mutants, and other things that want to kill you. So all travel is done through large and heavily armed caravans. The music is honestly not that memorable, but in this game I wouldn't necessarily call that a bad thing. Instead of some bombastic adventuring tunes, we get calm and fairly depressing songs that really help with reinforcing the feeling of hopelessness the game has. The quests themselves also fit well into this world. We get to rescue hostages from raiders, solve internal power disputes in settlements, help ghouls with their water supply, and even hunt down some deathclaws for the gunrunners. The world is truly and utterly fucked, and even though we are leaving all settlements better places than we found them, I can't help but wonder how they are ever going to be able to restore civilization to any higher level. Of course, you don't have to leave the settlements in better shape than you found them. Fallout offers you incredible freedom to do whatever you want to, and if you want to be an asshole, there is nothing stopping you apart from some angry villagers with guns. This is all presented with some absolutely amazingly well-written dialogue, and when you are interacting with different NPCs is when this game truly shines. So here comes my first complaint. One of the main reasons for why this game maintains this atmosphere is the fact that the game is really empty. There just isn't that much to do. I've played through this game a total of 2 times. The first time was 2 years ago when I didn't have any intentions of ever making a video about it, and it took me around 12 hours to basically do everything the game had to offer. When I replayed the game for this video to gather footage and refresh my memory, it took me 7 hours to clear. The different quests also feel very disconnected from each other, like I'm playing 10 different games rather than a cohesive experience. This can be compared with Fallout 2, 4 and New Vegas, where the quest structure is more like a massive interconnected web where your actions in one place can have serious consequences in other places. The only part of the game where the quests seem to lead to any meaningful progression is the main story. And while it does feel a bit bare-bones at some points, it also brings up some quite interesting philosophical dilemmas, and it has an absolutely amazing main villain. The final noteworthy thing is the combat. And in all honesty, the only noteworthy thing about the combat is the fact that it's not noteworthy at all. It's not bad, but it also isn't good. It simply is. It has some really cool animations and a lot of fun flavor text, but it quickly gets dull. As soon as you get your hands on a sniper rifle, which you should be able to do once you get past the Shady Sands portion of the game, the combat becomes trivial. When you join the Brotherhood of Steel, you also get a free combat armor and later on power armor, which makes the game even easier. In all honesty, one of the reasons why I rushed through the later part of the game while gathering footage was because of how boring everything becomes in the late game. There just isn't any real challenge to the game at all. So here comes the question. Is this game worth playing today? My answer to this is maybe. If you're already a big Fallout fan, then yes, you should. The game itself really doesn't hold up on its own, but it also lays a lot of the groundwork for what's to come. The game also isn't that long, so it's not going to be a massive time investment to play through. If you're not a big fan already, I'd recommend you to stay away. There are a lot of better RPGs, both modern and from the same era as Fallout 1. If you're interested in the setting itself, I recommend playing either Fallout 2 or New Vegas instead. Both of them are significantly better games, and apart from a handful of references to the original, they are more or less standalone experiences. Although I'm not going to go too much deeper into them because I hope to cover both of them at some point in the future. So, what is my final score? I give this game 6,200 out of 12,700 nuclear warheads. Play it, but only if you're already invested in the series. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. If you liked this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more content in the future. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment with some constructive criticism so that I can improve in the future. I'm always looking for ways to make my videos better, but that's also kinda hard without input from other people. And remember that war never changes.